Hey guys, this is Desiree with Bayou Bundles. It is snowing here in southeast Texas, and I figured today was the perfect day to show y'all how to make a king cake. Mardi Gras is coming up, and you cannot have Mardi Gras without a king cake. First, you're going to need 1 stick of unsalted butter, 8 ounces cream cheese, half cup of warm water. You need your 6 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 eggs, 1 cup whole milk, half cup of sugar, half tablespoon salt, 1 teaspoon nutmeg, a teaspoon lemon juice, and 2 packages of this active dry yeast. Get you a spoon of sugar, and we're going to add it to the water. The water should be warm, not hot. Stir it up until it almost dissolves. And while it's still spinning, add your yeast. Cover it up with a warm, damp towel and let it sit for 10 minutes. In a pot on medium heat, add 1 stick of butter and 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're going to stir it a bit and let it melt. Make sure it's mixed up really well. Add the rest of your sugar and your salt and nutmeg. Don't forget the nutmeg, it won't turn out right. Add your 1 cup of whole milk and give it a good stir. Make sure you have your dough hook attached. Now add your mixture to the mixing bowl. This will cool it down, and that way you'll be ready for your yeast. Uncover your yeast, it should be foamy. Once your mixture has cooled down, add your yeast. Next, add your 2 eggs and 1 tablespoon lemon juice. Put your mixture down, turn it on low, and mix it up. Once it's mixed up, you can turn off your mixer, lift it up, and we're going to add half of our all-purpose flour. You want to add half, that way it mixes up really well. Put it back down, turn it on low. We're going to mix it until it's about halfway incorporated. At this point, you turn it off and lift it up, and go ahead and add the rest of your flour. Go ahead and put it back down and turn it on low. Keep mixing on low until the dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl. Now that it's pulling away from the sides, go ahead and turn it off and lift it up. It's going to be kind of sticky still, so try to rake off as much dough off the hook as you can. We don't want to waste anything. Now we're going to turn it out on a floured surface, and we're going to knead this dough, folding it back and forth about 11 or 12 times. Now we're going to grease a bowl with some Crisco, that way the dough doesn't stick, and we're going to let it rise with a damp towel on top until it doubles in size. I've decided to add a cinnamon cream cheese filling to my king cake. You'll need 8 ounces of cream cheese, a 1/3 cup of white sugar, a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. We're going to squish it all up. And as you squish it, all the ingredients will start coming together. Now we're going to bring our dough back out and make sure it is doubled in size. There is a lot of air in this dough, as you can see, and we need to punch it all out. Now that the air is all out, we need to split it in 2. Alright, take half of the dough, put it on some saran wrap. You can wrap it up and save for later. You can make another king cake out of this, or you can roll it out and cut up little rectangles, and you can make beignets with it. You can stick it straight in the freezer, and it should be good for up to 1 month. Go ahead and turn out the second half on a floured surface. Dust your rolling pin so the dough won't stick. Now we need to roll this dough out to about 1 foot by 2 foot. Every once in a while, just lift it up and make sure that it's not sticking to the surface. It's not going to be perfect, but try to get it as close to a rectangle as possible. Now it's time for the filling. Go ahead and plop it out in the middle of your dough. We're going to go ahead and spread it around everywhere except the sides. Since we have to roll the king cake, if you put the filling on the sides, you would just end up with a big squishy mess. So to keep it clean, just keep it in the middle. Once you're done with the filling, go ahead and start rolling lengthwise. And go ahead and roll it almost all the way up. And before you get to the end, we will wet our hands with some water, and we're going to pinch it together. That way the dough sticks together whenever it's baking. Once you get it all pinched together, we're going to flip it over so the seam is on the underside, and we're going to slip one end into another. Once you get it all tucked in and situated, wet your fingers again and pinch the ends closed. Now to make it nice and golden brown, we're going to add some butter to the top. Go ahead and spread it around where the whole top is covered in the melted butter. This is about, I'd say, 1/4 of a stick, but if you want more, you can have more. If you don't want more, then do what you think is best. Now, we're going to move it to a cookie sheet for it to go in the oven. Before you put this in the oven, you want to cut some slits in the top, that way it keeps your seams from busting. When you're ready, toss it in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. To make the glaze, you're going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon clear vanilla, and 4 tablespoons of milk. Now we're going to put it all together, and then we're going to stir. Make sure you stir really well to get all the clumps out. Now I wanted to dye my icing purple, so I mixed my blue and my pink together. Mixed it around. Came out blue, so I put some more pink in there. Now it's turning purple. Now take your king cake out of the oven and place it on a serving dish. We're going to drizzle the glaze on top of the king cake while it's still slightly warm. You can put as little or as much icing as you want. Now grab your green and gold sprinkles and have fun. Don't forget the baby.